Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. We meet again tonight with the 50 on knowledge sharing. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. All praise to Allah, the only one that we ought to be praised and glorified, and all greetings to all of his messengers, and in particular the last of them all, or Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We begin with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tonight I will continue with the last left on how we enhance the collaboration using Microsoft Teams. Last week we talked about how we use the file or working on the files and document sharing in collaboration and put them working from a single place in Microsoft Teams as a hub for collaboration. Now we continue with also the important features that we can bring along with Microsoft Teams as a collaboration is to be able to automate workflow with the Power Automate and bring along the automation into the Microsoft Teams, where you can see all the, let's say, the approvals and notifications, and also how we can integrate them in SharePoint and external applications. This will be able to reduce the manual tasks and boost efficiency, because when you do the manual, you have to see what's the trigger and analyze it, and then doing manually, let's say on the approval, you have to read what is coming to be approved, and then you analyze whether it is satisfied or not, and then you send to someone else or people that responsibility to approve the documents, and then from there you follow with other things like executing, or to let's say you did approval for transfer to your vendor of the works, and for certain value you have to send or request approval, and then after that, when it's approved, you have to do the transfer. Yeah, that's a common process in organization. I think probably we can show you how automation in the approval. Start with and show you. Okay, this is with account Office. Yeah, this Office, and then because we use the Office account to drive the automation, so every interaction with Microsoft 365, it has to be a valid account. Then we provide utilize that account for automation, for sending email, for also for receiving emails or from external or from within the the members, and then using that account you can automate the process. So I will go to our automate. First I will show you how we use one of the automation to arrange or to put the invoice or receipt into the correct location in SharePoint, and that will be to be consumed by the treasury or treasurer group, where you can assign the treasurer. People can change who will be treasurer, right? And you don't need to change the the automation because that's based on the group. So here I have a flow where you can do the automation. The flow is where you can create the automation. So this is actually will save email attachment to specified OneDrive or SharePoint, which is actually the same for business folder. And this is running, and again edit it. Oh no, this is sorry, this is development. We have to ensure that where we're working on, where environment that we're working on. And currently I'm working on the development. And we can play in the development, but I will show you on the production. And this is production. So some of them are here. So save invoice email attachment to SharePoint. Yeah, this is the correct one I want to show you. Basically the same as before, but this already running as live. So you can see the run history, succeed, and this is the time and duration, how long it takes to complete. And if I want to show you how it arranged, so this this is the trigger. Yeah. So when this account receive an email, we already set this account to office. Yeah. When new email arrives. Yeah. So this is the condition. Yeah. Just close this. So the condition is if the email coming has a subject start with bracket EIVC dash. So this we meant that for the invoice. So we send an email with an attachment to this account. Yeah, with subject start with this, or this is uh, the link the logic using or. So subject start with this, or subject start with INVC with the bracket. Yeah. So means that if someone is just meant to write IVC but incorrectly INVC, because is meant to be invoice, yeah. Or subject contains invoice for customer. You can add more if you want, add row with the condition. And then if this meet this condition, so means goes through, yeah. Then apply to each attachment on that email. So I call output, which is attachment, yeah. And then action, the next action is to get the name of the file. So the name, so we get the attachment, and then we want to get the name. Yeah. After that, through we read the file. So before we get that file name, yeah, and then the contents in bytes, and we put that or we create the file, or actually it's copy the file into this site, which is treasury site, and with this folder set document general invoice, yeah. So actually this logic will automatically run when there is an email with attachment to Outlook account, yeah, to Outlook account, and contain subject where has this condition start with IPC bracket, or start with bracket INBC, or contains invoice for customer, or something else that we want to add more later. Then it will get the file attachment and get the file name, and then put into the folder, let's say electrical bill, or let's say subscription to Zoom, or subscription to SMS broadcast, and other things like a bin management, uh, recycle bin, and garbage bin. Also, what else? All the service that we subscribe, we have a email that used for subscription, right? And then the invoice usually coming regularly, or usually monthly, or whatever the plan that we agree upon. Then that email is you don't want to share that email to the treasury member, because that email is actually is for office only. Let's say info@cide.org.au. That email is used for all the general inquiry to send externally or receive from externally. So let's see if that work. I want to send, maybe just pick one invoice. Actually have the similar flow for receipt, not for invoice. Yeah, this is save receipt attachment to SharePoint. Basically, it is the same. Just the difference is the condition subject. It start with RCPT. It is one of the zakat receipt. The receipt is where where someone or our members or Jamaah transfer something, and then the transfer receipt they send to us for confirmation. So I want to uh, forward this here to Office. Then with subject receipt, let's say just add that receipt number. And then send. So that goes to Office. Yeah. Then we can check on the document. So that should goes to receipt folder. Yeah, that's the file. Just now, just received now, 8:49. Yeah. So that's how it works. Then we can go back to this flow to see if that's on the log. Where is the refresh? Oh, yeah, this refresh. So yeah, that's 8:49, 59 seconds ago. Succeed, and duration is 1 second. So that's automate. Then because that file, that email was is coming in info. Yeah. So when you have a program, let's say a zakat, and then the Jama member, after they being transferred, they ask to send the receipt to info. When they send the receipt, and then we can manually or filter this to forward to Office. So it will be accessible, that receipt accessible for Treasury members. So if you member of Treasury, then in your SharePoint, you will be able to see that collected into folders, and then you can manually or again you can automatically later to distribute to on each financial folder. So, how we structure this. So this financial year now we are still in 24-25. In start from July 24 until June 25 this year. So all the invoice or in this case it's all the invoice is coming automatically, and Treasury can see easily and manage that's put into their bus for financial report. So that's how we automate. If receipt or invoice coming, and then put into the structured SharePoint or OneDrive, the Treasury member can have an access to them. So that's how we use that. This is whose account? That's mine. Okay, goes to the teams. That was in the Treasury department, right? And then so if we have an access or a member of the Treasury from within the teams, you can go to the general, yeah, directly, and then to file, so you can have an access or see those file receipts or documents within the Teams. So this is the receipt that we just received in our document, and then we can, since this probably this year, Zakat this year, and then we can copy across to our this year's receipt, maybe in here. So we can put the folder sheet or Zakat receipts or whatever you want to separate. And then we can, or we can automatically do this as well. We want to, okay, that's that. And so Treasury will be able to see things that are what they are looking for this year of this financial years, to be able to launch the reports. Okay, that's from or work on that documents after automation within the teams. Okay, now we back to the other automation we want to share. Let's play in the development environment first. Because actually, when you develop, you work on this environment, and then you can publish to the production after that, after you satisfy. So let's try to create the automation, another automation, create new flow. Let's say we see from the template if we can see the, let's say we want to do approval, and that an approval when a file is added. So we want to do this just a sample. Yeah. So yeah, we want to do the SharePoint and then Office 365 and then approval and then Outlook. So yeah, this will be connect to these products. Yeah. To user and then approval and then Teams and then Outlook, then SharePoint, all connected to the Office account, except the approval will be later will be asked the approval. So now we put the site. Okay, connect to the Treasury SharePoint. Then we want to monitor the documents, and we want to monitor to the specific folder, which is general and invoice. Yeah, invoice. And then select the group or user or group to assign the approval. We ask the approval to Treasury. All right. Then we create. And then we edit with the approval. So get approval to this get approval to the treasury. Yeah, the details will be the file path, then link, because they want to be able to see the file. Then the link description is the file name with the extension, and then other advanced parameter, maybe the request store, or in this case we don't need to, and enable to reassign, maybe this will be on demand. So if the treasurer cannot decide on the approval, they can reassign to someone else. So that's that. And back to here is this is where they apply to the approval. For the approval and then condition. So if the approval is true, then inform the requester of the approval. Probably in this case, we don't need to. Maybe that's fine, because this inform to the teams, not to the Outlook. So has been approved. So the recipient will be comments. Okay, that's that. Oh, it's informed to the team, so that's fine. Then go to teams. So in the treasury, it will show here for all members, because that probably it's aggregate to the whoever member of the treasurer that will have access from here. So yes, it's still running, but it's failed. Let's see what failed. So file has been received to the SharePoint, and then get my profile, create a profile, send to, but it's failed here. Was adaptive card in, so the action is failed, which is post adaptive card in chat or channel. So actually, it's trying to create a composition in the teams, but it's failed. So it should create the composition in the treasury general. There is no composition there. Okay, maybe let's try to disable this. Well, later you can also make or something like this. It's listening on to particular folder, and then you can analyze by reading that file, and be able to identify, let's say, the value or amount that written into the invoice. Then we can actually apply the role that maybe if you need to or you've been charged with the invoice greater than 1,000, you send the approval, a request to approval to different person or different, let's say to the board directors, if greater than um, certain amount, like 5,000 or $10,000. Yeah, basically that's the automation that we can utilize or help us how it can automate. You don't need to ask the secretary if there are invoice for this uh, vendor this month. You will automatically see those invoice or those receipt into the correct folders. You can find easily. This just pick up. Check from the low. That's already with for the approval. So yeah, I think probably I need to check a bit later. But basically, this is how it works. When you have an approval, you should receive in here the approval, and then you should get a request of approval similar with this requested, and then you should be able to approve. And then when it get approved, the flow will continue. And after that, it will tells into the teams that there is a file that coming or new file coming into that particular folder. So that's how we can utilize the automation. I think I just need to log out and log in as I'm not part of or member of the Treasury Department. That's why I cannot see the approval for the Treasury here before. But once I join the Treasury team as a member, then suddenly, yeah, I can see all the approval list. Yes, I can, as a treasury, open that approval request, and then you can put the comments here. Then either reject or approve, and it will be followed with the next flow on your design. So that's how we do to help our process. Okay, that's I think that's all for the approval section, and we can see that within our teams. So that's that, and can continue with the presentation. So that's how automation approval and notification and integrate with the SharePoint and external application. and also as another benefit that reduce the significant benefit that it will reduce the manual task and boost the efficiency, of course. So that's the automation, but this only simple. We can actually do more complex. So this approval can be more yeah, smart in how it's reading the documents or assessing the value and do something more complex like the certain level of approvals or multiple level of approvals. So that's how it looks like. It's also accessible, obviously accessible from the Teams in smartphone, so you can make approval while you are uh, somewhere else. So and your uh, partners or your team members can, or from you can get the approvals directly from the treasury at when they can have an access from their smartphone. So that's probably that's for tonight. Next will be the security and compliance, because we have to be able to transparency to the public. Then we should be able to put more security in that case. So I think that's for the next episode. Okay, I think that's all for tonight. Jazakumullah khairan kasiran. Hope this will be benefit for us in how we manage the non-profit organizations. Thank you and see you next episode. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.